Have you ever been together with some of your friends when out of the blue one of them says, I was at this place for dinner the other night and they had the greatest fries. You guys just got to try them. Or someone says, my wife and I saw this movie the other day and what a great plot. You got to see it. You'll love it. Where does this kind of stuff come from? Is it scripted? Are people being paid to say this stuff? No, they're just satisfied customers, which is why satisfied customers are always the best advertising for any product. We started Therefore Project to help people become conversational communicators of the gospel. And we felt there were two primary reasons why they weren't. The first was because they lacked a clear way to present the gospel. And so we said, we can help with that. The second was because they were afraid of being asked questions that they didn't know the answers to. So we said, oh, we can help with that too. And that's what we've done here in this website. And I hope you found it helpful. But in reality, there's a third reason that goes way deeper. And it's honestly one that we can't help you with. That's that too many followers of Jesus just are not satisfied customers. They're not in love with Jesus. Too many find themselves disappointed with God or mad at God over something. Maybe he didn't answer prayer the way they thought he should, or their hearts just grown cold over time. Satisfied customers have a magnetism about them, even if they don't know a whole lot about the product. I mean, the guy who was talking about the fries, he probably didn't even know what kind of potatoes they used. People who are satisfied customers of Jesus don't talk about him out of duty or out of guilt, but out of joy and satisfaction. Jesus encountered lots of people in the Gospels, and one of these encounters is recorded in Luke chapter 8, where he meets this guy who's demon possessed, running around with no clothes on and living in tombs. The guy's in really bad shape, but Jesus heals him. And then when he's about to leave, the guy wants to go with him, but Jesus says, no, you can't go. And he's pretty disappointed, but then Jesus tells him this in verse 39. Return to your house and describe what great things God has done for you. He thinks about this for a minute, and then we read the rest of the verse. So he went away proclaiming throughout the whole city, not just the house, what great things Jesus had done for him. He didn't know much, but he was a satisfied customer. Something had happened to his life and he had a story to tell. And that's why we've encouraged you to put together your own story. Because if you've got nothing else but your story, you'll find lots of opportunities to talk about Jesus. During the COVID-19 pandemic, I got to be honest that it really disheartened me that I saw so many Christians who were living as dissatisfied customers. They were filled with anxiety and with stress and with fear. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, hold on. Aren't these the very people who claim to have a relationship with the all-powerful living Creator God? What in the world's going on? In fact, it bothered me so much, I ended up writing a book about it. The book right here, Threads, Weaving a Life of Peace and Purpose in a Chaotic World. And my objective was just to help people grow in their understanding of God in a way that would keep them in love with Him, with a deep sense of peace and hope and purpose right in the midst of all the chaos. It's available here on the website. If you haven't read it, I encourage you to do that. Because when we experience this kind of relationship with God, we've always got something to talk about. I've worked hard on this over the years because my goal is to be in love with Jesus every day before I walk out my door. So what I did is I took a verse in Psalm 46 and verse 10. It says, be still or cease striving or chill out, calm down, and know that I'm God. And I made a practice out of that verse. It's one that I call slowing and knowing. I choose to slow down at the beginning of every day and to be still, just to turn down the noise level of life, to lower the decibels and the RPMs, to get alone and to open this book, the Bible, and let the knowing of God breathe life and health into my hurting and exhausted soul. Another thing I do comes right out of Psalm 62 and verse 8. And it says, trust in Him at all times, O people. Pour out your heart to Him. God is a refuge for us. This isn't a quick grab and go, but this is a pouring out. God, here's what's going on in my life. Oh, I need your strength. God, I need your help. I need your perspective on what I should do. And a third thing I do in my rhythm of life every morning is to be thankful by recounting some of the many, many ways God has blessed me. To be reminded of His goodness to me over the years. I am so blessed, and so are you, and God owes me nothing. And you know what happens when I do this? I end up going through my day always having something to talk about because I'm satisfied. So can I challenge you to do whatever it takes to be a satisfied customer? to live every day with a healthy soul that's in love with Jesus. Because you know what happens if you don't? You lose out on experiencing the life God has for you. Other people lose out because they miss out on those conversations with you that just could be a critical part on their journey of coming into a relationship with God. And the heart of God breaks because it erodes his master plan for reaching the people that he loves. So be satisfied, customers. Join the adventure and then watch what God does not only in you, but in the lives of those around you.